There was once a strong man named Walter. At 70, he still opened jars for his wife, carried groceries from the car, and walked every morning with his neighbors. But slowly, almost invisibly, things began to change. One day, he found himself struggling to rise from his chair. A month later, he needed help climbing stairs. Then one night, he fell in the bathroom. That fall broke more than just his hip. It broke his independence. Walter never realized what was happening. He hadn't been sick. He hadn't been in pain. But something deadly was at work behind the scenes, silently stealing his strength one day at a time. And the worst part? It was triggered by something he did every single day. Something we all do. This video isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. Because once you understand the hidden cause of this muscle loss, you can stop it. You can reverse it. And you can get stronger, even in your 70s, 80s, or 90s. Dear seniors, if you feel weaker than before, if climbing stairs feels harder, if you're noticing weight loss or feel unsteady, don't ignore it. It may not be just age, it may be something preventable. Today, we'll uncover the everyday habit that quietly triggers a dangerous condition called sarcopenia, and we'll show you exactly how to fight back. Your strength is not gone. It's just waiting to be reawakened. Let's begin. What is sarcopenia? Sarcopenia. It's a word most people have never heard, yet it affects nearly 1 in 3 seniors over 60 and almost everyone over 80. Simply put, sarcopenia is age-related muscle loss. But don't be fooled. It's not just about looking thinner or getting a little weaker. Sarcopenia is the slow, silent shrinking of your muscle tissue. It can start as early as age 50, and if ignored, it can rob you of your independence, your mobility, and even your life. So what causes it? As we age, our body produces less of the hormones needed for muscle maintenance, especially growth hormone, testosterone, and insulin-like growth factor 1. At the same time, inflammation increases. Our protein intake often decreases, and many seniors reduce physical activity, especially strength-based movement. The result? Muscles slowly break down. And unfortunately, unlike fat loss, this type of muscle loss isn't always visible. You might weigh the same, but feel more tired. You might notice it only when you struggle to carry a bag, or when your legs tremble, walking upstairs, or when you need your arms to help you rise from a chair. But here's something most seniors don't know. Sarcopenia isn't just caused by aging. In fact, a major trigger comes from something we do every day without thinking. And that's what makes it dangerous. In the next section, we'll reveal the everyday habit that triggers sarcopenia and how it quietly damages your body over doing, especially when you're over 60. But before we move on, remember this. Losing muscle doesn't have to be your destiny. You can rebuild it, no matter your age. The everyday habit that triggers sarcopenia. So what is this everyday habit that silently destroys your strength? Sitting for long periods without movement. That's it. Something so ordinary, so innocent. Yet it's one of the most harmful habits for seniors. Here's why. When you sit for hours, watching TV, reading the paper, scrolling on your phone, or even knitting, your muscles go unused. Blood flow decreases. Your body assumes you don't need strength anymore, and so it starts breaking muscle down. Studies show that just 5 days of bed rest can lead to measurable muscle loss in older adults. And when this is repeated daily, the impact adds up fast. Prolonged sitting leads to reduced leg circulation, which increases clot risk. Shrinking of muscle fibers, especially the fast twitch ones needed for strength and reflexes. Insulin resistance, which weakens your body's ability to use glucose and increases fat storage while reducing muscle. Joint stiffness and poor posture, which further restrict movement. And here's the scary part. Muscle loss doesn't just affect your arms and legs. It affects your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm, and even your digestive system. Weak respiratory muscles can cause shallow breathing, especially at night, which increases the risk of sleep apnea, low oxygen levels, and even sudden death during sleep. This is why sarcopenia is often called a silent killer, because it weakens not just your body, but your very life force. But here's the good news. Movement is medicine, and even small changes can protect your muscles from wasting away. Let's now look at how this dangerous sitting habit damages your body in 5 specific ways, so you can start reversing them today. 5 ways. This habit destroys your muscles. Reduces blood flow to muscles when you sit still for hours. Your circulation slows. Blood pools in the lower legs, especially around the ankles and calves. This reduces the oxygen and nutrients that reach your muscles, starving them. Over time, this starves muscle cells and causes them to shrink. This also increases your risk for leg cramps, numbness, and cold feet. Some seniors even experience restless leg syndrome at night, caused by poor blood flow. Fix. Set a timer every 30 minutes to stand or stretch for just 1 to 2 minutes. Even small movements reawaken blood flow. 2. Causes insulin resistance. Muscles are one of the biggest users of glucose in your body. But when muscles shrink and go unused, glucose builds up in your blood, leading to insulin resistance. This causes higher blood sugar levels, more belly fat, and even pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes. And when blood sugar remains high at night, it can disturb your sleep, increase thirst, and lead to nighttime urination, all of which worsen muscle loss through stress and poor rest. Fix. Use your muscles daily. Even light resistance exercises can restore insulin sensitivity. 3. Increases inflammation. Sitting increases chronic inflammation in the body. In fact, seniors who sit more than 6 hours a day have higher levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, both markers of inflammation that speed up muscle breakdown. Inflammation also worsens arthritis, joint pain, and chronic diseases, making you less likely to move, and the cycle continues. Fix. Anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, leafy greens, and salmon, along with daily walking, can help reverse this. Weakens balance and coordination. When you sit for long periods, your core muscles, spine stabilizers, and leg muscles become weaker. This reduces your ability to maintain balance, especially when standing up quickly or walking on uneven ground. That's why seniors who sit too long are at much higher risk of falling, and falls after 60 can be deadly. Fix. Add standing. Leg exercises like side leg lifts or heel raises to improve balance. This shrinks fast-twitch muscle fibers. These fibers help you react quickly to catch yourself if you slip or trip. When you sit too long, your body doesn't need fast reactions, so it shuts those fibers down. The result? Slower reaction time, more accidents, and less agility. Fix. Practice quick, safe movements like standing up from a chair repeatedly or doing light wall pushes with speed. This keeps those fast fibers alive. Silent symptoms of muscle loss after 60. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight, but it sends warning signals. Here's what to watch for. You walk more slowly than before. You struggle to rise from low chairs or beds. You feel weak opening jars or lifting groceries. Your clothes feel looser, but your weight hasn't changed. You feel tired all the time, even after resting. You avoid stairs or long walks. You notice yourself slouching more. If you've nodded yes to more than 2 of these, your muscles may already be weakening. But remember, it's not too late to rebuild. Let's now explore how sarcopenia can even lead to sudden death, and what you must know to protect your life. 5 ways muscle loss can lead to sudden death. During sleep, muscle loss may not seem life-threatening at first glance, but in seniors, it can trigger a chain reaction that quietly raises the risk of death, especially during the most vulnerable time while sleeping. Here are 5 specific pathways through which sarcopenia can lead to tragedy. Respiratory muscle weakness. Muscles weaken, even those that support your breathing, like the diaphragm and chest muscles, lose strength. Shallow breathing becomes more common, especially at night when lying flat. This can lead to low oxygen levels during sleep and in some cases, sleep apnea or even complete pauses in breathing. Oxygen deprivation increases the risk of sudden cardiac events, sir. Heart muscle atrophy. Your heart is a muscle. And like all muscles, it can shrink if not stimulated through regular movement. In seniors who are inactive and sedentary, the heart may weaken, resulting in poor circulation and higher chances of cardiac arrest during sleep. Seniors with sarcopenia are more likely to have irregular heart rhythms, dangerously low blood pressure, or weakened valves, blood clots from inactivity long. Periods of sitting or lying without movement increase the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, clots that form in the legs and can travel to the lungs or heart. If this happens during sleep, it can cause sudden pulmonary embolism, a fatal blockage in the lungs that cuts off oxygen supply. Falls and head injuries. Before sleep muscle loss affects balance and stability, seniors with sarcopenia are more likely to fall, especially during nighttime bathroom visits. If a fall causes a head injury or internal bleeding and goes unnoticed while sleeping, it can become life-threatening. Low blood sugar and nocturnal hypoglycemia muscles store glucose. With reduced muscle mass, glucose regulation becomes unstable. Seniors may develop nighttime hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar, which can lead to confusion, seizures, coma, or even sudden death during sleep. Especially for seniors with diabetes or on blood sugar medications, this risk is significant. Daily fixes to reverse sarcopenia after 60. The good news? Sarcopenia is not permanent. With the right daily habits, you can regain strength, energy, and independence, even in your 70s or 80s. Here's how to fight back, starting today. Stand and stretch. Every 30-45 minutes, break up sitting time. Set a timer on your phone or watch. Stand, stretch your arms, do a gentle march in place or walk to the kitchen and back. This improves circulation and signals your body that your muscles are still needed. Embrace strength training. Gently you. Don't need heavy weights. Start with body weight movements like sit to stand, wall push-ups, or heel raises. Resistance bands or light soup cans also work. Aim for 15-20 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Gradually increase as you feel stronger. Increase your protein intake. Many seniors don't get enough protein, which is critical for rebuilding muscle. Aim for 1.0–1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, or about 60–80 grams for most seniors. Great sources include eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils and beans, chicken or turkey breast. Protein smoothies with almond milk or whey protein. Get vitamin D and omega-3s. These nutrients support muscle health, reduce inflammation, and help absorb calcium for bone strength. Spend 15 minutes in morning sunlight. Eat fatty fish like salmon or sardines. Consider a supplement after talking to your doctor. Hydrate. Often muscles need water to function properly. Dehydration can cause cramps and weakness. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day, even if you're not thirsty. Sleep well. Muscle recovery happens during deep sleep. Try to get 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep in a quiet, dark room. Avoid screens an hour before bed, and keep your legs slightly elevated to improve circulation. Dear friend, your body is a temple. It has carried you through decades of life, through joys and trials, family and friendships, laughter and tears. It deserves to be honored, not ignored. Your strength may feel like it's fading, but it's not lost. It's just waiting to be rekindled. In the sacred quiet of each evening, your body speaks. When you feel tired, when your knees ache, when your arms tremble, these are not signs of defeat. They are whispers, gentle reminders from your Creator that it's time to care for your vessel. You were not made to sit in silence and shrink. You were made to rise, to move, to live fully, even in your later years. Aging is not the end. It is a sacred chapter, a time of wisdom, of renewal, of inner and outer strength. Scripture says in Isaiah 40:31, "They who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. Let this be your reminder. No matter how old you are, your wings still work. You can still fly. So today, choose movement, choose nourishment, choose strength. Not just for your body, but for your spirit. You are not weak. You are waking up. Let's recap what we've learned today. Sarcopenia is the age-related loss of muscle mass that affects millions of seniors. But it's not just aging. It's often triggered by long periods of sitting. This muscle loss is silent but dangerous. It increases your risk of falls, breathing problems, blood sugar issues, and even sudden death during sleep. But there's hope. With small daily changes, like moving every 30 minutes, eating more protein, doing simple strength exercises, and sleeping well, you can rebuild strength, regain balance, and restore your independence. Dear senior, your health journey is not over. It's only just beginning. You are still capable, you are still valuable, and you are still strong, even if you don't feel it yet. So here's what I want you to do today. If this video helped you, please click the like button. It helps YouTube show it to other seniors who need it. Subscribe to our channel Senior Health for more weekly videos designed just for you, filled with love, science, and encouragement. And if you feel called, share this video with a friend or loved one over 60. You might just save a life. Finally, I invite you to write in the comments, "I choose strength, not silence." Let's show the world that age is not weakness, it's wisdom with power. Until next time, remember, your body is sacred, your life is a gift, and every step you take toward strength is a step toward freedom. God bless you, and keep moving.